Hello everyone, you're welcome to Cool Mathematics, and here we provide solutions to mathematical problems like this. Here we have 2y to the power of 3 minus y equals 14. Now there is something I would like to show in this work, although it is not correct, but so many students would have done that. They will say, okay, y is here and it's over there, so factorize. Then here you have 2y to the power of 2, right? Then minus here, y is already out, they will have 1 here and equates to 14. Now, the fact that you factorized is okay, but if you begin to say that your y is equal to 14 or 2y squared minus 1 is equal to 14, then you will be very wrong, okay? Because we cannot say this, y should be equal to 14, or what you have inside the bracket should be equal to 14. That will be very wrong. So we don't do it this way. Hold on and learn, okay? So what we'll do is to take 14 to the left as we get 2y to the power of 3 minus y minus 14 to be equal to 0. Now, in this case, we start looking for a way to factorize, okay? Although nothing is common to these 3 terms, 1, 2, 3. Nothing is common to them. So we are going to group into 2 and factorize. So let's look for 2 numbers that will give us this minus y. Okay, so I'm going to have 2y to the power of 3. Before you get it, you have to think about it, okay? So, and I'm going to use minus 8y plus 7y, because minus 8 plus 7 is giving us minus 1. So this is correct. Then we have minus 14 and everything is equal to 0. What do I do from here? I will now group into 2 and factorize. These two, in fact, let me group it. This and this. Okay? So how do we factorize now? 2 is here and 2 can be found in 8. Y is here and it's also here. So 2 is a factor. It's a common factor. Y is also a common factor. So we can now open bracket and get y squared over here. So if I multiply this and this, I'll get this back, right? Then minus 2 into 8 is 4. Then y will cancel itself from there. Close this bracket. Then plus, from here now, 7 is a factor. So I'll write 7, open the bracket. Y will be alone. Then minus 7 into 14 is 2. So I will equate this to 0. Now what do I do? There is nothing common that I can factorize. But then I can apply difference of two squares here. So I have 2y into bracket y squared minus 2 squared. Because 2 squared will still give us 4. Then plus 7 into y minus 2. This is still equal to 0. Now let's apply difference of two squares to this. And we have 2y. Then if we're applying difference of two squares, it means that we should have this thing in two places, or this term in two places. One with negative and the other with positive. So we have y minus 2. Then in the other place, we have y plus 2. Right? Then we now have plus 7 into y minus 2. Then we equate to 0. Now what do I do again? Y minus 2 is here and it's over there. So let's factorize y minus 2 out. Then in here I have 2y. Y minus 2 is already out, so it's remaining y plus 2. So we have 2y into y plus 2. Close that. Then y minus 2 from here is also out, but 7 will be there. So I'll pick plus 7, then equates to 0. Y minus 2 remains the common factor. 2y times y is 2y squared 2y times 2, that will give us 4y, then plus 7, and this is equal to 0. So from here, what do I do? We have to equate either of them to 0. So it is either y minus 2 is equal to 0, or 2y squared plus 4y plus 7 is equal to 0. Okay, do not add 4y and 7 because they are not the same thing. So from here, we can get y to be equal to 0 plus 2, and that is 2. So here we have the first solution to the equation. Now to get the other solutions, we will come straight to this, where we have 2y squared plus 4y plus 7 to be equal to 0. Now what do we use? What method do we use to solve this problem? Okay, before deciding the method to use, you must know that this is a quadratic equation. And as such, you can use quadratic formula, which is y equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Now, what is our a? Okay, so that will be the next question. What should be the a? Our a, our a is 2. That's the coefficient of y squared. Our b is 4 and c is 7. Now, substitute right into this formula. Okay, so our y will now be equal to minus b, that will be minus 4, plus or minus, we have b squared, that will be 4 squared, minus 4 times a is 2, and then c is 7. Everything is over 2 times 2, because a is 2. Y will be equal to minus 4, plus or minus, open bracket, we get 16 minus 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 7 is 56. So we write negative 56 over there. Then this is all over 4. To continue with this, y will be minus 4 plus or minus square root of 16 minus 56 will give us negative 40. Okay, and this is over 4. But I want to break this into 2. So we have y to be equal to minus 4 plus or minus square root of 40 multiplied by square root of negative 1. And this is over 4. Now this 40 again, we can break it down because there's a perfect square in 40, and that is 4. So y will be equal to minus 4 plus or minus square root of 4 times 10. Then multiply by square root of negative 1. Everything is over 4. Okay, to continue with this, y will now be equal to minus 4 plus or minus square root of 4 is 2. Then we have root. We now have root 10. Then multiply by square root of negative 1, which is I. So the whole of this will be over 4. Now, let's rearrange this. Our y will be equal to minus 4 plus or minus, we have 2i root 10. The whole of this is over 4. But mind you, this is a 2-in-1 solution. Okay, so our y1 that we got before is 2. y1 is 2. Then y2 is minus 4 plus 2i root 10 divided by 4. I'm getting this from here, right? Okay, so I've used the positive. Then y3 now will be minus 4 minus 2i root 10, then divided by 4. So from here we have our three solutions. 1, 2, 3. Thank you for watching.